So yeah, we drew to Nottingham Forest 2-2. Kind of an unfortunate, had to happen eventually reality check. I say unfortunate because the finish of the game was exactly the same as the last time we played at Nottingham Forest. Last time we played at Nottingham Forest, if you remember, it was Harry Maguire's shot getting cleared of the goal line. And this time it was Ahmad's shot getting cleared of the goal line in the dying seconds of the game. But I think a draw was a fair result. There wasn't a single passage of game in which we were dominant, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. We had some chances, we had some press going on. But the weird thing about this 2025-2026 Manchester United team to me is that we are a completely different team at home and on the road. Like I understand there is some edge when it comes to playing at home, but when you compare the two games, Brighton at home and Nottingham Forest on the road, like statistically speaking, it's roughly the same chance of Manchester United winning. You play Brighton at home, Brighton is a better team than Nottingham Forest, and then you play Nottingham Forest on the road. And yeah, I mean, the results are kind of the same 3-2, 2-2, it's kind of the same. But the gist of the game is completely different. Like, we dominated Brighton 3-0. We almost ended up choking, but we played this loose, aggressive, one-touch, creative football. And there were parts in that Nottingham Forest game when we also played that type of football. But defensively and game control-wise, it was completely different. And the worst games of the season, every single one of them have come on the road. Like the worst game of the season was Grimsby on the road. Absolutely disgustingly bad performance. In the first half, we were outplayed by the fourth or fifth division side Grimsby. The worst Premier League game of the season, I'd say it was Brentford. Fulham wasn't great. Nottingham Forest was crap. And did we play anybody else? Well, yeah, Liverpool. I mean, yes, we beat Liverpool, but Liverpool had a bunch of chances, and it's a completely different game. I don't like the fact that we are having sort of 50-50 to 40-60 or even worse type of games versus sort of like an average Premier League team like Fulham, Brentford, Nottingham Forest, and those teams may not even be average. Those teams may all be in the relegation battle. And I don't like that. I don't like that we just cannot go to a average to below average Premier League team and just beat them. Just, comfortably beat them. We have beaten teams relatively comfortably and relatively at ease at our home, which is great, which is a step forward, but I don't like this team on the road. I don't know why. It just doesn't work. Now, a lot of you will cry about the substitutions or the lack of substitutions. I just think, well, I mean, this is the best squad we have besides Delo, who keeps being picked. I don't know why. Maybe there's a Portuguese bias, and I don't like that. But at the midfield, or in the midfield, you're kind of stuck with Casemiro, who's better than Ugarte, and you're kind of stuck with Bruno Fernandes, who's better than Mainu. And just like, yeah, you can put in Mainu instead of Casemiro, but Mainu is more of an offensive player. We just don't have midfielders. We don't have a midfield. Our team is like a giant loop, and there's just like nothing in the midfield. We were completely out. That Anderson guy, oh my god, he killed us in the midfield. Like, we had nothing in the midfield. Casemiro was, I guess, decent. Bruno Fernandes was a ghost. Mbumo and Ahmad were kind of weirdly overlapping each other, weren't creating a lot. I thought Cunha had a couple of good looks, and I thought Šeško should have scored. He had a couple of chances, and it's not like we were completely, like, impotent when it comes to our forward play. We had some chances, but so did they. And we just didn't have control of the game. This sort of felt like an in-between game of Fulham and Brentford. Like, it wasn't as bad as Brentford, but it wasn't as sort of balanced and an equal battle as Fulham. I thought Fulham was a true 50-50. This was like a bit of 45-55 to Nottingham Forest. I thought in the second half that was really bad. At the end, it's always a good indicator to look at the game. Who wants it more? Who wants to win in the end? when the score is 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, and then in the 93rd minute, who is attacking, who is pressing, who is taking more time off the clock, who is stalling. I remember when we played Manchester City last year, and it was 0-0. It was a crap game. And Ederson was in their goal. And he was time wasting. It was 93rd minute. City was playing at their home at the Etihad. And he was time wasting. That was a great indicator that Pep or that team, or the combination of Pep or that team, they just didn't have any faith in winning that match, any faith in themselves winning that match. I thought, yes, the last chance of the game was ours, but I thought Forest was kind of hurrying a bit more. Like, they wanted that win a bit more than we did. I thought even, yes, it was a great goal by Ahmad, but like, it wasn't like he picked up the ball and like, let's go, let's win the game. It was like he was celebrating and running around and just like thinking about, should I pick up the ball, or do we actually want to win this game, or we're happy with the draw? So it's sort of like, yeah, I mean, are we like happy to win most of our games at the Old Trafford and just hope for a draw on the road and like have 55, 60 points at the end of the season and maybe fight for the fringes of European spots? I don't know. I was hoping that we can maybe reach the Champions League spots, because all of the teams sort of feel mid, like below Arsenal. Like, I understand that City is probably going to be second. Maybe Liverpool is going to finally pick up their form. But I thought maybe we can get fourth or fifth. But I don't know. If we play like this on the road, it's going to be extremely difficult. And one other thing I wanted to say, that haircut guy. I don't know, which is, like, obviously everybody wants to win a bunch of games, but I just really want to win 5 straight. I think there's this, like, weird pressure because of that guy, because the whole fucking universe knows that that guy exists, and that guy is going to not shave his hair until we win 5 Premier League games in a row. Winning 5 Premier League games in a row is not an easy task. Like, that's not going to be easy. And there is just going to be some additional pressure, because everybody knows about that. Some additional unnecessary pressure and public questions and whatever the fuck. And just, I know these players are online. They are chronically online, or at least some of them. And I know these players know about that guy. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's just like, yeah, it's sort of gotten way too big. We don't need that. Like, we don't need to win. Like, I just have this bad feeling that we're going to win 4 in a row, and then we're just going to fuck it up, and this guy's just going to survive the season. We're going to finish like 5th or 6th or something like that. And in the beginning of the next season, it's still going to be the topic. And I just don't like that. I just want to get over it. There is going to be a decent stretch of games. We can maybe potentially win 5 in a row, but we're just going to have to win road games. We're going to have to win road games, and it's not going to be easy. So, anyways, it's sort of disappointing, but unfortunately, this is the reality of the season. Hopefully, we pick it up. Yeah, we play Tottenham next week at Tottenham. And, yeah, good luck with that. They have unfortunately owned us in the past couple of games. So, yeah, we'll see.